South Dakota Highway Patrol and Department of Transportation would like travelers to use caution when driving on roads today. Reports say travelers should expect to encounter very slippery and ice-covered roads. Snow removal equipment will be present and active on the roadway. Officials ask that you please use extra caution, reduce your speed, and do not use cruise control.
Well, yesterday's Heroes Behind the Badges blood drive competition had a huge turnout. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue received 221 donations, while Sioux Falls Police received 168. Today, bloodmobiles will be at Camille's Sidewalk Cafe and at the Texas Roadhouse. Already in the competition, these blood donations will be helping over 1,100 local patients.
The governor's Office of Economic Development announced a $1 million investment in South Dakota trade. This would help businesses grow their overseas sales and support high-quality jobs in the state. Governor Noem says they are constantly looking for new opportunities to market the state's work to consumers in other countries. South Dakota Trade has already assisted South Dakota companies in securing over $3 million in direct sales.
While plenty of big projects are underway in Pierre, a number of smaller projects are also moving forward. According to the Office of State Engineer, crews are replacing railing recently added around Capitol Lake. Another major project is underway to replace the retaining wall behind the Soldiers and the Sailors building. Work is also being done on a small retaining wall at the Becker-Hansen building.
All right, let's get a check now on this evening's forecast with meteorologist Adam Rutt. Hey, Adam.
Hey there, you guys. It's certainly been a noticeably quieter day across much of the region. Granted, low bar to clear, yes, but we still cleared it all the same. Speaking of clear, we're pretty sunny out west. Here's a view from our camera in Deadwood to kick things off. Beautiful blue skies above after they got around a foot of snow in portions of the hills. Compare that to what we have here in downtown Sioux Falls. Noticeably grayer, to say the least. Also, a couple of little flurries making their presence known now and again. We're at 33 at the airport with a west wind at 3 miles per hour. These flurries are going to be sticking around for a little bit, but they'll be more of a nuisance than anything else. 31 Worthington and Brookings, Watertown and Marshall both at 32, along with Chamberlain and Yankton. 34 in Pierre, 33 Faith and Phillip, 36 Spearfish, 45 still up toward Buffalo, and even into the low 40s toward Bison as well as Lemon. So we do have a little bit of moisture. Not much. It's mainly in the form of a couple of little snow showers that you can see pinwheeling through Aberdeen, Miller, Huron, just east of Pierre, and then southeastern Keloland as well. Brookings, Madison, Mitchell, over to Sioux Falls, and eventually even down to Yankton as well. That's really going to be it for the system as it gradually gets on out of here. It is going to take its time doing so, but once it gets out of here, that takes over. High pressure up to the north. And once it does, it is smooth sailing. But we do have a little more cloud cover to deal with at first. At least. We'll clear out as we head through the day on Thursday with that area of high pressure building in. Highs tomorrow in the mid-30s for much of southeastern Keloland with a bit of a breeze out of the north. Up to the northeast, we'll have a lighter breeze, but still cloudy at first, then clearing out later in the day. Again, highs mainly in the mid-30s. Out west, we'll get more sunshine in place, especially toward Rapid City. We'll have low 30s closer to the Missouri River Valley. 40s, though, not out of the question. Buffalo to Spearfish and into Hot Springs as well. We'll go through the rest of your 7-day forecast as we head through the hour.
Thank you very much, Adam. Well, the impact of yesterday's ice storm in North Dakota is still being felt today. People going to work in Bismarck continue to deal with slippery roads and ice rink parking lots as city crews try to clear away that ice. The Bismarck Police Department says they've responded to over 175 crash reports. According to the North Dakota Department of Transportation road report, nearly all roads are now open except for a few north of Jamestown.
After a federal administrative judge found a Colorado Starbucks worker was illegally fired for organizing a union, that judge ordered the coffee giant to not only rehire her, but issue back pay and write a letter of apology. Gabriella Vidal with our CBS affiliate in Denver has the story.
There's a lot of feelings. I'm incredibly validated.
A validation that still feels fresh for Alendra Harris, exactly 1 week since a federal judge of the National Labor Relations Board ruled Starbucks unlawfully terminated Harris back in November 2022.
You know, it really hits different when a legal document tells you that you were treated unjustly.
Harris says shortly after successfully unionizing for better pay and working conditions in early 2022, a temporary manager at the Superior location started firing workers.
She warned us an anti-union manager is going to come in here. They're going to drop the axe. That's exactly what she started doing.
In the fall of 2022, Harris was notified she allegedly mishandled counting the store's safe, then received a final notice despite not having any prior infractions during her employment. Harris was later accused of leaving the door unlocked and cash unattended.
I was her main target.
Harris was fired 1 month later, the day after she and other workers at the store went on a nationwide strike for contract negotiations.
I went to the National Labor Relations Board in Denver, and I brought my concerns to them, and I'm pretty positive they fired me for union organizing.
After a 6-month-long investigation found Harris was unlawfully fired for union organizing, Starbucks fought back in court, losing to Harris.
This is just one incident among many, many, many incidents of the company being actually held accountable.
And Harris hopes it sends a message to other employees, unionized or not, to continue pushing for rights in the workplace.
My win, I think, says really clearly that yes, it may take a while and that's not fair, but you can and will win, and we can do it together, and it's worth it in the end.
The state of Iowa will not participate in a federal grant program that gives money to children from low-income families to help with food costs. Iowa Republican Governor Kim Reynolds says, quote, federal COVID-era cash benefit programs are not sustainable and don't provide long-term solutions for the issues impacting children and their families. According to the news release, states that participate in the federal program are required to cover half of the administrative costs, which would cost the state an estimated $2.2 million.
A woman in Glenwood, Iowa is celebrating her 97th birthday with her friends and a water exercise class. Margaret Jones and her friends have been going to the YMCA for almost a decade. Jones celebrated her birthday with a classic tradition, going down the slide. She says her friends are like family.
It keeps me going, for one thing, and these people here are wonderful people. They're like family to me. They take care of me. They go turn on my shower for me. And they say I'm an example, you know, to look forward to for when they get old. They're all young, you know.
That's sweet. Jones is a retired school teacher who grew up in Sioux City, taught in Arizona, and moved back to Iowa 15 years ago.